Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Just picked up this 88 K5 Blazer here. It's going to be probably the first project of the channel. And it's not too bad. It's got some rust to work on this side. A little bit there. But definitely got some extra airflow here on the ground. We'll be fixing that. And other than that, the interior's not too bad. It's still pretty clean. As you can see, electric windows and locks. But it's under here where the fun happens, because we got a .6.2 diesel non-turbo. And coupled behind that is the legendary 700 I Don't Shift No More R4. We'll be working on that. It's only got first and reverse right now, so. And on this side, there's some rust on the door there, some on the fender, but other than that, everything else seems to be working pretty good. We're gonna dig into it a little bit more, and hope to be showing you all that. So, if you want to see what's gonna happen to this thing, just stay tuned and we'll see what happens. Alright, so first order in business today. We got found this little guy. I guess I was running it with no coolant in because this was hanging down. So I guess we'll be putting a new block heater in because we need them here in Alaska. So let's do that. View from under the truck. You can see right there that block heater's out where the freeze plug is. So I'm going to clean it up and get the new block heater put in. Alright, so we're back here under the truck. As you can see, I got the freeze plug sits all cleaned up best I could. Just used a wire brush on a drill. And got the new freeze plug right here. And when you put these in, you want to make sure that they're up. They only go in one way because it might hit the engine either way, but they go up in. When we tighten them, these wings will spread out and hold it in. They're a little tricky sometimes, but they usually go right in. So we'll get back and I'll show you when it's installed. And you go until the block heater starts to feel snug, just like that. See, it's not moving around anymore, so it means it's tight. So we can go put some coolant in it now. And when you do that, now I need a razor knife, so that's cool.
Why do you need a knife?
Oh.
Just cut it with that.
There's some left in there.
Bottom's rusted.
It's corroded.
Yep. Oh God, did you see what was coming out of there?
No, I didn't look. I didn't want to look.
Oh, that's yummy.
Alright, so back here. Placed both heater lines because they were old. Clamps too. Topped her off. Replace that little hose because that's usually the problem. So we're going to go for a start, make sure everything's good. Yeah, there's another one. There's two more. We got a couple of them. So let's see if she fires right up this time. Hasn't ran in a while. But what happens? Fires right up. Just keep an eye on it, let it run for a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll swap the tires around. Check out these brakes. They are shot. There's nothing left of those things. Don't worry. We'll have a hour-and-a-half long episode on how to do brakes here coming up shortly, because I know everybody loves those. So there she is. You know, I figured the transmission doesn't shift or drive, so you change wheels and tires out though. So now it can at least look better, because I hate those other tires that are on it. But it sits up higher, definitely in the back. Definitely like the look. Next time, I'll be taking the transmission apart, and I'll have that video coming up shortly. Just pull a transmission out of another one, throw it in here, and we'll be good to go, hopefully. Don't know if the transmission works, but we'll find out.
Well, it's in at about 8 inches. Expected to get another 18. Not quite sure where it's all gonna go yet. But I bet I'll be doing mostly plowing today. Well, not sure if you can see this, but I'd say we're pushing about 2.5 feet now. 24 hours. Not sure where I'm going to put all the snow. Guess we'll find out.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Frostbite Garage. Today we're going to try and get the 88 K5 Blazer running. It's been sitting here all winter. See if it starts. I disconnected the batteries, so hopefully they're still good. So we're going to connect them and see if she'll fire up. So, hopefully they're good. Like I said, I disconnected the batteries. Oh, puddle of water there. Feet are wet. Figures I grabbed the ratchet, it doesn't work. Which is always cool. One battery down. Oh shit. And I stepped in water again. Oh, I stepped in water again. Dang it. I need a wrench. You hit the dent out? You should. There's a shovel. You want the shovel? Is it perfect? No. Nick's in the background beating on the Suburban. It's got a dent in the hood. All right, let's see if she starts. I have faith. Glow plugs. Oh, look at that. Blazer fired right up. Blazer's up and running. Little noisy, but that's 6.2 diesel for you. Seems to be running fine. Maybe we can try to get out of the snowbank now. Let's see if she comes out of the snowbank. All that diesel torque, man, she crawled right out. Didn't have a problem. Got a leaking water pump, so we're gonna be replacing the water pump. Not sure if you can see that, but it was full of all kinds of sand and other stuff in there. So it's a good thing we're doing this, because I've never seen sand like that in a radiator before. I'm guessing it was ran low a couple times, but you can see it's pretty. Kind of see the sand down there in the corner. Yeah, he's pretty nasty. But replace the water pumps on these 6.2 diesels. It's kind of more work than a 350 Chevy or anything like that. You have to pull off this oil fill. The bolts are on there's this plate here that goes around the oil fill and the timing cover and all that. You have to pull that off because that's attached to the backside of the water pump, which it makes this job kind of annoying, but it shouldn't be that bad. I'm gonna go grab some tools and we'll get to working on pulling all this stuff out of the way that's in the way, and we'll get back at it. All right, so first thing we want to get out of the way is this fan, so we can make some room, get to this water pump. If you got that one out, the fan should come right off. Slide the fan right out. All right, so to get the cover off, I guess you can just pull the pulley right off, maybe. The alternator, power steering. So I just throw them on opposite sides of the engine, so that way you don't get them mixed up. Be perfect. So we gotta pull the alternator off because the alternator bracket goes over the water pump. these two studs here. Oh, geez. They're tight. All right. Got a breaker bar. See if we can break these bolts loose. These are not cooperating very well. There's one. There's the other one. That one's broke loose. You gotta remove the power steering bracket as well, because that's in your way. I got the alternator out of the way, power steering pumps up out of the way. We gotta remove the oil fill. And there's a couple bolts around the bottom of this cover that have to be removed. Oh, here's that bolt I thought I dropped. All right, so as you can see, got the water pump out, and that's that bracket, that plate that's behind it. I can show you that. But there's a little pin here. You gotta make sure you don't lose that. But that's what it looks like when it's all out. As you can see, there's also right here. There's this fitting that screws in here. If you don't pull that out, you gotta pull this whole crossover out. I didn't really feel like pulling the crossover out, so that's why I did it that way. As you can see the timing or the pump gear set in there. Seems to be all good. So we'll be cleaning that up when we come back and start throwing the new water pump on. Like I said, here's the pump. This whole plate is a whole assembly that's got to be changed out when you change the pump out, because these are the bolts going to the back side of the pump to hold it on there. So I'm gonna go run, grab some gasket maker, an extra gasket. The pump only came with one gasket, doesn't came with the back gasket. So we go run to town, get some parts, and I'll be back. All right, as you can see, the back cover was stuck on there. You just take a chisel, just stick it in there and pry it off. It's just held on by a gasket and silicone, looks like. But as you can see, that's what it looks like when you just run water in there for a long period of time. It's all corroded and rusty. Hopefully that back cover is not rusted through, because that won't be good. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and then we'll video it showing how to put it back all together. Just clean up stuff now, but after I get it cleaned up, I'll show you what I did before I put it all together. All right, we got a new water pump here. I painted it green because, you know, that's what you do with rebuilt parts, you paint them. And green because Craigslist rebuild maybe, I don't know. But we got a new gasket for this side. It goes on like that. So got some of this water pump RTV. So we'll just go around here with this. When you put the RTV on, you want to make sure to go around the inside of the holes, so that if, you know, just the flow of water, you don't have to go through a bolt hole. Because the bolt holes on this one go into the oil. I don't know why they did this. This is a weird design. Not my favorite. And I just take it and smear it around a little bit. That. Take the gasket, just put it on there, like so. This part will bolt to the plate there. Yeah. There you go. Just like that. Sealed up to the plate. And now we're gonna put some silicone down there and put this on the plate, which is gonna be the fun part. All right. So I think the easiest thing would put this on, the silicone on here before we put it on. Most important is going to be around the water port area. So as you can see, it's around there. Should be fine. And then I'll probably do this part. I'll go down there on the block so it's easier to get to. But you should do that because that's the most support area. That's where the water is going to leak from. And then around these areas, and this is just oil. And I don't like to connect the two because if this leaks, it'll get into the oil. So I try to keep them separate. All right, so like I said, I just got around the sealing surfaces there. And just did around the perimeter there. That's for just the water jet or coolant. But you can see it right here. They have a slot, so if water leaks past here, hopefully it'll go out that slot there instead of into the engine. Same on this side, there's one there. If you get too much silicone, it packs full, which more than likely is going to happen. But like I said, it'll be fine. So I'm going to pick that heavy thing up in here and see if I get it all bolted up. So you probably want to grab it, throw a bolt in each side. So put some tape on there. I like to use the Blue Monster. This stuff works really good. I've never had it leak once I put it on there. So this one goes up in here. Tighten, tighten. It's going into aluminum, so you don't want to go too tight. You could split it then. Just go till it's snug. There. Then we got a plug for this one here. I'm gonna go see if the new water pump came with another plug. If not, I'm gonna pull the one out of the old one. And I'll be right back. All right, so got the other fitting out of the other water pump. So that one just goes in here. Got a new radiator hose here. So the bigger part goes on the water pump side, and smaller goes on the radiator. So this is the last hose that I didn't replace, so I figure I'll put a new one on now. Well, it's apart. Alright, got the radiator hose on, lower radiator hose on. That was the last one. That's all the other hoses have been changed already. So the new water pump does come with new bolts for the fan. It's got two bolt patterns, a small and a large. And this fan is a small bolt pattern. So you just put these in hand tight for the small bolt pattern. Alright, so you see a new water pump's on there. You can definitely see it because it's green. New lower hose is on here. Place that hose, this one. I got the new bolts in there for the fan. As you can see, it's got two bolt patterns. Like I said, that's the large one, this is the smaller one. So make sure you got that in the right one, or you're gonna have problems lining everything up. I'm still working on power steering pump. I gotta get this bracket line up here and that lower bolt down there. So I might have to start loosening some stuff. But as of that, it's pretty much back together now. Just gotta tighten up a few more bolts, put some belts on, and I can't add glycol right away. It says to wait 24 hours, so I'll probably do that in the morning. Should be long enough. And then should be able to fill it up and fire it up. And probably do an oil change after that, because of all that stuff they got in the engine. I try to keep it out of there, but some stuff still fell down in there, so I'll probably run it for a little bit, then pull the oil out. So let the silicone set up for about 5-10 minutes, and we'll snug it all down tight. Right now I'm gonna go put some this fitting here. It's gotta go back in here. So I'm gonna go to the wire wheel, clean these up real quick, put some tape around there, and then we can put these ones back in. Okay, belts are lined, so let's put the fan on and get that tightened down before we can tighten all the belts. But if anybody out there knows what the airspeed velocity difference is between an African swallow and a European swallow, you should let me know, because I don't know, and I would like to know. So anybody out there knows. All right, so we'll put the fan on. All right, I got the fan back on. Now I got to tension the alternator and all that stuff. Alright guys, so water pump's all installed. It's pretty and green down in there. Sure, that'll drive some people crazy because they love that color. But I don't care. But she's in there. Belts are all snug. Good to go. That might be a little loose. Maybe. I don't know, we'll see tomorrow. We'll fire her up. So it says to let the silicone sit overnight, so that's what we're gonna do. Everything else is finished up, but you gotta fill it with glycol. Oh, forgot about that guy there. I gotta put that back on there. But there you go. Water pump's installed. Should fix the leak. The other one leaked pretty bad, so we'll fill it up and see if it leaks. All right, everybody. So this finishes up the K5 Blazer here on Frostbite Garage. Leaks all taken care of, water pump's installed. Runs great. Till next time, probably start on some body work or maybe the transmission. Probably should put a transmission to make sure it dries before we do any more work on it. But alright then, we'll see you next time.